The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the December 16th, the magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there's having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial in, well, you can't dial in. But what you can do is you can send me an email. So send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Would love to hear from you. Inside that subject heading, if you could please put a radio show question. And, of course, inside the Tiger's Den, well, any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Magical Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. We begin our day with a slightly mixed bag out there. You got the U.S. indices trading the upside. Dow's up just slightly, basically flat, 6 points there. The S&P's up 24, the Nasdaq's up 234, the Russell's up 15, Trend is down 71, and the semis are up 66. Gold is trading out at 26.72, that's off $3. Silver at 31.08, that's up a nickel. Light sweet crude is off 50 cents at 70.80. Natural gas printed at 3.221, that's off a nickel. 30-year Treasury is flat, same with the 10-year note. Our leader in the clubhouse dollar-wise to the upside, Bank of Montreal, $31, nearly 5%. 6% for Aplovian Corp, that's $18. MicroStrategy about 17 or 4%. Tesla 17, 4%. Broadcom 16. That's a 7% move there. Restoration Hardware is our leader to the downside off 12. I take that back. It'd be Mercado Libre off $25, 1.5%. Then we've got Restoration Hardware, $23, 5%. Exxon Enterprise, $13, 2%. Lemaitre Vascular is up off $7, 7%. And Fabrinet is down $7. That's about a 2.5% move to the downside. So we got movers and we've got shakers. Let's begin our day. Take a look at New York Stock Exchange, that advanced client oscillator. We spoke about this on Friday. We identified that it was trading in that oversold territory. That's when you get down to the minus 150 level on that advanced client oscillator. Again, the oscillator being a difference between two things. In this case here, it's a difference between the 19 and 39 period exponential moving average of the advanced decline line. That's the second panel on our screen. We get down to that minus 150 level. We are in oversold condition. We need to work that oversold condition off. That is, in fact, what is taking place as we speak right now. If we take a look at the spot VIX out here, spot VIX is trading still below its 50-day exponential moving average, but it has been on the rise in essence. No, in other words, a bottom back here on December 6th. So something to be aware of. And if it continues to approach that 1583, the 50-day exponential moving average, that could or should put some pressure inside the S&P 500. So we'll have to take a look at, see if there's any kind of intraday topping signals that have formed along the way. I don't think there's anything else out here that we're going to use. We do have new profiles and new future contracts, so we're going to take a look at those. I'll give you that date. In fact, why don't we go do that now? Let's begin with the with the screens that are on my screen now, are the screens for the instruments that we use to track or trade the Russell 2000. You've got the cash indice on the left-hand side. Now, on the left-hand side, what you will notice here is that it's in bar number 8 today, but it's not the low of the pattern out here. So we don't have a TD9 count pattern at this moment in time for the Russell, whereas if we take a look at the March 2025 contract for the Russell, TD9 count bottom completed on Friday. this should rally up towards now resistance. The resistance here is 24.2610. You can see that it's a bullish structured profile. Price has been below it for more than 2 consecutive sessions. So if it's just a counter trend move, where price will find resistance is between 24.26 and 24.45. If you look at the IWM, you'll see that the IWM also completed a TD9 count bottom pattern on Friday. Its initial price target to the upside would be the bottom of its profile, which is at 238.05. That's what's going on inside the Russell 2000. Let's go take a look at the S&P 500. The ES Mini, its new profile levels, I gave them to you for the Russell. Its new profile for the equity future contract. For the ES Mini, it's 61.13. That's the bottom. That's support. Resistance up at 61.7875. The center at 61.45. Pretty much equally weighted profile. So as far as an estimate as to what the intentions are today, as long as price remains above the center of that profile, it runs towards the oscillator and change line, would be a price target of 61.70. If we take a look at the SPY, again, here we have the SPY as well as the ES Mini. It's got TD9 count top, sell the D point top, and price is just consolidating with inside its profile. The same can be said for the SPY out there. The equal weighted ETF also completing a TD9 count bottom pattern on Friday. That suggests a rally up towards its level of resistance, which right now is 185.09. That is its oscillator and change line. Let's move on. Let's take a look at the NQs out here. The NQ, March 2025 profile, we're trading above resistance. That's the top of the profile. Let me provide you with that, which is 21,883.50. Center's at 21,700, and the bottom's at 21,517. We take a look at there's no topping signal. You're in bar number 2 to the upside. The same thing can be said with regard to the cash indice. The same with regard to the Qs themselves. The Qs are in bar number 4 of their TD9 count. We're trading above all resistance levels. Where we're not, and the reason to be cautious out here, is the equal weight is not performing anywhere near like the weighted version, and it's really primarily the top 8-10 instruments inside the NASDAQ that are lifting things higher out there. So definitely weakness underneath the covers out there. Nonetheless, price may rally up towards the oscillator and change line, 132 and change out there. And finally, let's go take a look at, close this out here by take a look at the Dow equity future contract. Dow equity future contract does not have a topping pattern. It is going to form bar number 8 today, but it needs to spike below Friday's low in order to generate a TD9 count bottom. The same is true with the cash indice, the Dow Jones. The same is true with regard to the diamonds. And then the equal weighted Dow out here, not really provide us with a ton of information. It is trading below support, may want to trade lower. We'll keep our eyes on the other 3 out there, but no bottom pattern or signal for either the diamonds, the Dow cash indice, or the Dow equity future contract. So that's what's going on there. Let's take a quick peek here, and let's, that wasn't it. Not that that's a bad set of charts to pull up. That just wasn't where Stevie was going. Stevie was going here. Let's take a look at the ES Mini. So in the ES Mini case here, just looking to see, are there any intraday topping signals that pop out at us? And the answer is no. I don't see one. We had a TD9 count top that went ahead and completed here at 9 a.m. It was negated at 10:30 this morning. That suggests we have a strong upward momentum move. Well, if we have a strong upward momentum move, where's the price target? It would be that oscillator and change line at 61.70 on the daily time frame. We are in bar number 8 on the hourly time frame chart as we speak. This is going to complete at 12 noon. It says 18 now. It's got a spike above the high. I'll give you that what that high is, by the way. It's got at least spike above 61.55 for it to be considered a valid bar 8. I say valid bar 8, a topping bar 8. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back to finish this up.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at the ES mini again. The only topping signals we see out here, potentially, really at this stage here, nothing. I got nothing out there. Let's just, I'm on this chart here. Ron, inside the Tigers Den, just wrote in and asked if we could, in essence, do the same thing with regard to the Russell 2000. So let's go ahead and get that up on our screen out here. And here's in Ron's question is, hey, Steve, Russell 2000 futures. I'm wondering if this is also in a bottoming formation, looking for long into the end of the year, and if time gold futures for the same time frame. So we'll definitely take a look at gold, not right away, though. We'll just stick with the equity futures. And so you can see that on the upper left-hand side out there, Ron, you can see that TD9 count bottom pattern that has formed. So, and there were all kinds. If you take a look at these intraday charts, every single one of them basically has a bottoming signal. So it's exactly what we wanted to see out here. If you take a look at the 60-minute time frame chart, so you had that nice little rally, and we topped out at about 2,200 hours last night out there, and then we formed a TD9 count bottom pattern. We formed that, completed at 9 a.m. And what price was able to do was to take out that TD9 count breakdown resistance level at 23.84 out there. So that's a very positive. It does suggest that we should rally higher. So the price target here for the Russell 2000 would be the bottom of its profile at this moment in time. The equity future contract, that is 24.26.10 out there. An area to watch out here, I'd say the 5-hour chart. 5-hour chart, which has a TD9 count bottom pattern, is trading into where a counter trend rally for this time frame would come to an end. That's the center of that profile. The center profile is 23.93.90. The bar close right now is 2 p.m., so I'd watch 23.93.90. The close above that, excuse me, would be a positive outcome. A little TD9 count top on the 10-minute took price right back to support. It's held. That 10-minute signal is now neutral. So hope that helped you out there, Ron. And thanks for asking. Actually, I was a part of the question that that Nicholas had. So I think we've really taken. The only thing that I didn't do then just sticking with this. Nicholas was asking about the IWM. So I'll just simply show the daily, the weekly, and the monthly time frame charts there. We don't need to go over the daily, although its price target is 238.05. What you'd like to really see take place on the weekly chart, that's this week, especially you're talking about going, taking a long trade into the end of the year, is a close above that oscillator and change line. And that's printing right now at 235.37. So thereabouts. If you can see the IWM close above that on a weekly basis, that would be a bullish outcome and suggest you could even get up to the 244.98 level. 239.46 would be the first one. That's a bearish structured weekly profile for the IWM. So that's what I've got there. So that takes care of Nicholas. That takes care of Ron inside the Tiger's Den. And as Tom would say, that's a beautiful thing. Let's go to the next request out here. This one coming in from, I believe, on Friday from DMAC. Wanted to take a look at EXFY. So as we take a look at EXFY, what we should see out here on the daily time frames, we see a TD9 count and Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. The TD, they both completed on Friday, completed and confirmed. And right now, what you're watching here, DMAC, is the oscillator and change line on the daily time frame. That's printed at $3.87. As long as price holds that area, okay, then it's neutral. And the price closes below that area, then you're looking to move back to support. Top of the profile, 373. A close below that, you'd be looking at the buy zone between 3.25 and 339. On a weekly basis, we do not see any kind of a topping pattern here. Yes, I can visually see the A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. That would require a bearish reversal candle. You're trading above TD9 count breakdown resistance. You're trading above profile resistance. You're trading above its oscillator and change line. You're trading above the TD9 count breakdown level, which was at 342. You're 387. All of this suggests that EXFY should continue to motor on. You've got to clear that TD9 count top. So the key level of resistance out here is going to be the high from December 12th. That's at $4.13. If you can clear that, then it tells you that you're on your way up towards 825. That is the monthly TD9 count breakdown resistance level. So thanks for waiting a weekend out there, although I think I did provide you with the charts, or I might have given you something. In any event, that's our review of EXFY for DMAC. Inside the Tiger's Den, we've got a request to take a look at the SOXX out here. So we look at SOXX right now. This is trading out at 226.18. It is traded above, profile resistance at 224.01. You would love to see it close above that today. Why? If it does that, well, then it's going to suggest that we should continue to move higher. The caveat there, Duncan, is if you look at the weekly chart for the SACs, you can see that price right now is right up against or towards its resistance level, its green oscillator and change line. That exact number is at 237.49. Of course, you know that number is going to go up and down as price moves up and down. So we can see you're trading with inside a bullish structured profile. So here's the playbook on the SOX. If it can clear the weekly oscillator and change line, we ought to get up to the 234.15 level, and that would be the next target to the upside. Monthly charts got a little bit of resistance at 231.62. Let's just call it 232. So on the SOXX, I see that bullish hammer candle, but I don't think that was. I don't think it was. I think we did this before, but let's do it again in case I'm wrong. So let's, because I'm often wrong. Let's take the A to B. Let's just move this over to the C point out there. That would have come right here. Nope, we do have a buy. You've got a Gartley buy pattern, a buy the D point pattern that formed out here with this daily hammer candle back on November the 27th out there. So that's beautiful, nice bullish pattern. Week daily's looking pretty good. Just going to contend with that weekly oscillator and change line. And if you can clear that, you should continue. It should continue its rally. So hope that helped you out with that instrument there, Duncan. As always, thanks so much for your request. Let's go to the next request out here. It is from Danny, who wants to take a look at Mosaic. MOS is the ticker symbol. So Mosaic is the fertilizer entity out here, is a fertilizer entity. And Mosaic right now is trading. It's got a TD9 count bottom that formed out here on November 20th. Had a nice rally. Actually got above the top of its. No, it never did. Never got above the top of its daily profile out here. It pulled back really to that TD9 count swing point. That swing had volume here of 5.1 million shares and was recently rejected with 5.1 million shares. So similar type volume out there. So that wasn't going to really give me what I was looking for. But you still have the TD9 count bottom with price consolidating with inside its profile. It's a bullish structured profile it's trading within right now. 25.59 is support, 26.34 is the center, and the top is 27.89. Ideally, this stays above, Ideally, it stays above the 2635 level. That's the center of its profile. If it does that, it continues to increase the odds of move to 2789. On a weekly time frame out there, you certainly have a buy the D point pattern. But price has been struggling at the bottom of its profile. So support is its oscillator interchange line 25.45. And resistance right now is 26.56. That is the bottom of that weekly profile. So ideally, you'd see price move above 26.56. And that would give the daily the opportunity to get up to 27.89. No bottom signal whatsoever on the monthly time frame as we take a look at Mosaic. Mosaic typically on a weekly basis will rally for 2 to 3 weeks out there. Last week was week 1. Maybe this is going to be week number 2 out there. That's what I see, Danny. We take a look at MOS. As always, thanks for your request. Let's take a look at LAES. LAES has been a rocket ship. I mean, a nice rocket ship out here. It gapped up today. We're in bar number 5 of a TD9 count pattern. That is not a topping pattern. The weekly last week closed above its breakdown level out there. That is a bullish signal. We'll be right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to look at this a little bit further during the break, see if I can come up with anything for you on LAES. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and to reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. So during that break, as we take a look at LAES, I've got the weekly time frame chart up. What it looks like it's going to do is go target this swing point. It was a TD9 count top. It takes us back to February of 2024 out there. We are trading inside that swing right now. We had some major volume last week out there, so 590 million shares or so, but never got into that swing point. So the price target out here, I'd say we're already inside 216. That's the bottom. The top that is 395 out there. So do I see any kind of a topping signal? Great question. All I can do is look at an intraday chart, see what we have out here. 30-minute time frame has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top with price consolidating with inside its profile, 234 to 283. So really nothing really wrong there at this moment in time. If we look at a 65-minute time frame chart, it does not have any kind of a topping pattern as we speak. Let's look at the 130-minute time frame chart. What we're doing is we're looking at the intraday charts. If we're going to see a top or a reason why this is going to move lower, oftentimes it'll go ahead and rear its head in these intraday charts. And the 130-minute chart, you've got a negated TD9 count top out there. So does this say to lighten up the load out there? I don't see it, but it's never a bad idea out there. So I hope that helps you out with regard to LAES. Dan, Duncan wanted to take a look at ARM Holdings out here. As we pull up the charts here for ARM Holdings, what it did so far intraday out here is it pulled back and it tested and rejected both the top of its profile and its green oscillator and change line. So as long as price is able to hold those levels, and those levels being really 142.29, life is okay. I do see a sell the D point top that's also forming today. So you got a nice bearish engulfing candle. If you don't know what that A to B equals CD pattern looks like, let's draw in the A to B level. We'll just simply move that over to the C point. There's A to B. Just move this over here to the lowest low that comes after that. And you can see that we have, or you will see, we attained the 1-to-1 level on Friday, maybe a little bit above it. Now you got the bearish reversal candle. The issue here, if it's an issue, is that price is pulled back and it's tested support. So only closing back inside that profile level below 142.29 would suggest a potential problem. Your next level on ARM would be down at 137.74. If you close below that, you're going to get down to 128.63. On a weekly time frame, it's really just been somewhat of a sideways-ish consolidation. We do see some higher highs, some higher lows out here. Price right now is trading with inside its profile. And on a weekly basis, what we can see with regard to ARM Holdings, which was trading below its bullish structured weekly profile for many sessions out there, we can see each time it tries to rally, it runs into resistance where the counter trend move would come to an end. And that's the center of that profile, 152.04. So Duncan, 152.04 is going to be a very key level for you to be watching, or you want ARM Holdings to be able to bust through in order to signal it's ready to move to the upside. So hope that helped you out. Let's go take a look at VUSI with Dan. And his question is, will this move to $4 or so? Right now it's trading at $3.49. Dan, this is going to, on a daily basis, confirm a TD9 count top today, complete that pattern tomorrow. It confirmed a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top on Friday. Now, granted, it's got these topping patterns in place, but price still remains above profile resistance, the top of its profile, 275, as well as its oscillator and change line, 302. Those are both very bullish conditions, even though we have a bearish signal. What it does is it neutralizes the Friday's top out here, especially because prices pulled back on VUSI and basically tested its oscillator and change line, not to the T. The low today has been 305. The oscillator and change line right now is at 302. That's close enough for Stevie's work out there. If you look at a weekly time frame chart out here, Dan, there's no topping signal. You're trading above TD9 count breakdown resistance. Let me open up the chart, see if it's going against anything specific out here. Not really. Not really. This looks good. This looks bullish out there. We take a look at VUSI for its weekly time frame, and the monthly says, hey, take me up to 533, would you? So 533 will become the price target to the upside if price is able to take out Friday's high, 363. Does it have to take it out today? No. In fact, they prefer not to take it out today because that just simply extends the TD9 count top. Yeah, you can negate a Rhodes momentum indicator signal, but that TD9 count pattern is going to complete tomorrow. So ideally, you'd see this on Thursday, Friday. After that, take out that TD9 count pattern out there, and you'd be in good shape. That's Voozy. And that was for Dan inside the Tigers Den. Let's go take a look at Electric Light Orchestra, ELO, who'd like to take an Eli Lilly. LLY is the ticker symbol. And you got Lilly right now trading just below the bottom of its daily profile. It's trading at about 785.98. The bottom of the profile, 786.92 out there. So if we close, so here's your real key level of support, ELO, on its daily time frame. By the way, a nice wave number 7, nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. Pattern took us up to a nice TD9 count top. Then price is taking its way back to support. The oscillator change line, the bottom of that profile out there. If price were to close below the bottom of its profile, if it was to trade close below its oscillator and change line, because it's red, then that would signal that you could see Eli Lilly make its way back to 735. That is where price broke out from. On a weekly time frame, we just have a consolidation with inside its profile, bullish structured profile, the buy zone, 733.96 to 756.52, and resistance up at 851.85 and 869.32. On a monthly time frame chart out here, what do we got for Eli Lilly? We have a TD9 count top. We have price trading with inside its profile. It's got support down at 682.99. Now, price has not completed the test of support out there on the monthly time frame. So it offers just a word of caution for you on the daily and the weekly. Right now, again, you've got your parameters. You're watching the oscillator change line on the daily because a close below that should take us lower. And that lower area would be somewhere between 735 or 733.96 to 756.52 out there. ELO, that's what I see with regard to Eli Lilly. Hope that helps you out. There's a request to take a look at QUBT out here. So let's get to QUBT. Is that here? It is. We take a look at this. Qubit. What do we have? So we have a Rhodes momentum indicator top that ended up being confirmed back here the trading day of December 19th when it formed that bearish engulfing candle. A close above the high of that pattern, or resistance, I should say, which is the day before. A close above 885. We're trading 885 right now. We're trading right into resistance. A close above 885 should take us back off to the races. Now, the swing point that is trading into had volume of 134 million. That was on the trading day of November 25th. Today, we're in it with 30 million. So we're 30 million with 2 hours. That's about a 90 million share day versus 134. So you could be taking out that swing point with lighter volume. It would also trigger A to B equals CD pattern to the upside out there on a weekly time frame. Weekly time frame looks pretty good unless we take out the high from 4 weeks ago, which was the week of November 29th, that high 920. If we take that out this week, well, that'll trigger a TD9 count top. Short of that, if it doesn't do that, then you've got really no topping signal. The monthly chart for QUBT looks awfully darn good out there. So that's what Stevie sees. Hope that helps you out. Don't recall who asked. It doesn't matter. We come back from this break. We had a request from Ron to look at the intraday charts for gold. We'll do that. I see a request to take a look at NVIDIA. We will be able to do that as well. And I'll take a look at the phone, see if anybody's put in a request. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at the February contract for gold. The question out there basically is, has it bottomed? What's going on? So the daily time frame chart, right now it is trading just below the bottom of its of support, which is the top of its profile, because we've been trading above that, 2671.30. So an area to watch. Now, has it bottomed? Ron, if we look at the 5-hour chart, you'll see a clear TD9 count bottom that's formed out there. Price trading with inside its profile, 2666.90 is support, 2688.90 is resistance. You'll see a TD9 count bottom pattern on the 4-hour chart. 2666.50 is support, 2688.90 is also resistance. You see a TD9 count bottom pattern on the 120-minute time frame chart. Price trading with inside its profile. The support level there is 2668.60. Resistance up at 2697.20 out there. So you've got absolute, on these longer-term intraday time frames, bottoming patterns. So the cool thing about that, good or bad, is if we do see a close below the TD9 counts out there, that would be 2661.40. That'll definitely tell you that gold has not bottomed and that we would head lower. Depending on whether there's a new profile that is formed or not, that could help us to identify where price is headed to. But right now, these TD9 count bottoms that we see on those intraday charts, each of them are testing profile support out there. With regard to intraday signals, there is a potential of a TD9 count bottom for the 30-minute time frame chart. 30-minute time frame chart right now is in bar number 8 of its TD9 count. That says you could get a bottom signal here between 12 noon and 1 p.m. Now, bar number 9 has to complete. In order for bar number 9 to complete, there must be a close. That's the next bar. That's the bar between 12 and 12.30. You need to see a price close below 26.73.60 out there. Because we have ticked below bar number 7, it's qualified for a potential TD9 cal bottom pattern out there. So that's another one to look at, is a 30-minute chart to go along. Even if price does penetrate and start trading below the support levels on the on their profiles for the 5-hour, the 4-hour, and the 2-hour time frame chart. So that's what I see out there. You were asking about bottom signals, and they're all over the place with regard to gold. And, it's kind of an easy trade perhaps to take out there because you know exactly where your stop is going to be, which is a close below the low of those patterns out there. So hope that helped you out with regard to gold and what it's doing. Let's move on to our next request out here. This is from Joe. And by email, I believe, let me see, do I have that up here first? I do. SMCI. And the question is, where do we see the low of this? Basically, it would be what patterns do we see? Where would we see support out there? And on a daily time frame, price right now is trading below the bottom of its bullish structured profile out there. So the first level, Joe, that you're going to be watching over the next couple of days is that level of 34.09. If we close below 34.09 today, we do it a second consecutive time, it'll generate a profile change in trend. That would suggest we head lower. So head lower to where? Well, my eyes would then gravitate to the weekly chart. Weekly chart shows we're trading below red oscillator and change line. That suggests it increased the odds of a further move lower. So if we get 2 consecutive closes below the bullish structure daily profile, again 34.09 out there, then I would say that price would go target 20.59, the bottom of that weekly profile out there. How low can it go? Well, that I don't know. We have to really monitor this as price moves to those levels. What kind of pattern would be formed out here? You could make the case. Let me just make sure I can make that case. I don't know if the retracement is enough. SMCI. So I'm just going to do this on my other system. It's much easier for me to, because I can get the exact precise measurements out here. So I'm just trying to see if there is the potential of an A to B equals CD down pattern. And that retracement was 32%. Is that close enough to a 0.382? That would give you a price projection, by the way, a 1-to-1 price projection of 27.87. Volume today is 54 million shares. The swing point has 79 million shares. The swing point would be this, Joe, would be the low from December 11. That would be your B point. Your C point would be just that slightly move higher the next day, again, only a 31% retracement. Hard to say if that totally qualifies, but let's just assume that it does. So 27.87 is a price target, not a bottom in the A to B equals CD folklore language out there. So I hope that helps you out, and thanks so much for your request. GTE would like to take a look at the XPEV out there. It's a China ETF, and XPEV right now is trading back inside its daily profile. The profile has got support all the way down at 11.45, and resistance is at 12.31. We're trading at 12.29 right now. A close below 12.31. What did we do on Friday? 12.30. A close today below 12.31 really gets us back inside that profile. Says we could explore the 11.88 area. That makes sense because if you look at the weekly chart, 11.87 is the green oscillator and change line. So that looks like a price target below that, or a close below 11.87. Then that would bring us towards 11.45. Close below 11.45. Well, we'd have to see what it's doing as it comes into the swing point out here. That's the swing point from November 26th that had volume of 6 million shares. Could be signaling that it's getting ready to form an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. I don't have that signal right now. What you want to watch, GTE, are the profile levels. And the first one that I gave you, you're keeping an eye on is 12.31 out there. And if it's close below that, then you're watching that 11.87 area. So I hope that helped you out with regard to XPEV. As always, thanks for your request. And to finish off this segment of the show, looks like we'll take a look at NVIDIA for Duncan inside the Tiger's Den. Now, Dunk, this is trading below a swing point from the trading session of November 27. 226 million shares traded hands that day. So far, 108 million shares. So this has got volume. Don't know if the volume level will keep up, but a close below, let's just draw in the A to B equals CD. It looks like we're going to get a confirmed A, B, CD pattern to the downside for NVIDIA today. Now, let me just, I'm going to go ahead and do the old copy, paste, and assemble routine out here. And there we go, as Gus would say, and there you go. So the A to B equals CD, initial price target to 125. 130-ish type area out there. So again, what you'll be watching here today first, Dunk, does price close below the swing point from November 27, that low 131.80. It doesn't do with more than 226 million shares. If it does, you've got a confirmed A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. The weekly chart would suggest a move back towards the 117.97 or 114.86 area. Let's take this one step at a time. Today's bar number 6 to the downside. Maybe as it's making the A to B equals CD pattern to the downside, maybe this also forms a TD9 count bottom out there. So we just got to take this one step at a time. Another level of support on a move lower comes from the monthly chart. That's at 120.49 out there. So that's what's going on with regard to NVIDIA, which looks like it's going to go ahead and confirm an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, David M. I see you wrote in at 11:30 this morning regarding the EXFY. I went over that, I believe, during segment number 2. So you must have tuned in just a tad late out there. So if you catch the replay of this, which will probably be up in about an hour or so, I think it is in segment 2 when we took a look at that. So we had a request to take a look at Tesla out here. What did Stevie do with that? Here we go with Tesla. This is for Yvonne. So, Yvonne, Tesla on Friday completed a TD9 count top out there. We're trading well above that high. Friday's high out there for Tesla was 436.30. This tells us about a very strong upward momentum move inside of Tesla, and it should continue to move higher. Now, higher to where? That's a great question. We're in bar number 7 on a weekly time frame out here. There is an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. So a bearish reversal candle would be the thing that would trigger some type of top out here. Looks like we're at all-time highs. I believe that we are. There could be even larger A to B equals CD patterns out there for Tesla if we look at the and I've got no top at all or topping signal at all on the monthly basis. So negating Friday's TD9 count top out there says Tesla is headed to Mars, right? It's already surpassed the moon. So it might as well just simply go set its sights on Mars out there. If we don't finish off the show with Yvonne, take a look at Hood, HOOD. So Hood's got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top on the daily time frame that is under attack. That top came in on December the 5th out there. If you get it closed today about 42.76, we're at 42.55. It negates that signal and says we're off to the races. We can see that its work to the downside was complete to get a top. Price test support, that's the bottom of its profile, and now it's trying to take out that resistance level. On a weekly basis, no topping signal. You could get a TD9 count top that starts between this week and the next two. Monthly chart is trading above a TD9 count breakdown resistance level. Hood is looking good. It's looking good under the hood. It's looking good on top of the hood. It's looking good everywhere. Folks, thanks much for joining me on a Magical Monday. And stay tuned for all the great programming. I'll be back with you this afternoon at 3:15 with Jacob. And then again tomorrow, 11 a.m. sharp. Take care. Thanks for joining us. Be safe out there.